Hi, this is Tom. Today we're going to look at the process of creating the debate trees. You may think you have this down pat, but we've made some changes to Scupper that may make your life a little easier. So we recommend that you take a few minutes and just see what we've got for you. Here I've imported the deli round again, pretending it's just been started. It's a fairly simple round with not a lot of complications, fairly typical regional round. And it's time to do the trees, so we just go down to the menu as usual and click on the trees option. And when it pops up, we see something new and strange. This is a new interface to create the trees, to create all of the debate documents. It consists of a table at the top and a couple of buttons at the bottom. We're only going to use the schedule one unless you want to redo the schedule and delete the previous ones. And then it also has a document viewer that lets you look into the document where they're going to be produced. We'll use that in a few minutes. This table consists of 3 rows, 1 row for each debate, sort of a separate debate that we're going to create. We're going to have a large junior round with 56 rooms in one wave. And then in the other wave, we're going to have a small junior division with 12 rooms, and then all the seniors in 44 rooms. So, as you know, if you've done these before, you need to make these not so that the rooms don't overlap. So we need to have consecutive numbering. We have 12 junior rooms, so let's make the first senior room 13. So the juniors will really be in rooms 1 through 12, and the seniors in rooms 13 through 57 or 6 or whatever it is. Then we have a couple of other columns. This came up automatically checked, which means we're going to generate all of the schedules. If you don't want to do the afternoon round, you can uncheck and unmark the schedule here. So that would be, so I don't want to do this particular round until later. But let's go ahead and leave those where they were. Any letter in here will cause it to produce the debate documents for that line. And having this checked is required to run the scheduler. So you can control whether or not it creates a new schedule here and whether or not we show forms here. Now we made these numbering change already. We're also we want to have the reds all merged. I don't want to merge those. I want those to be all in one list without any breaks. So what I'm going to do is just make the letter the same on both of those rows, and it's going to merge these two into one. So we're going to create 3 schedules and then 2 sets of debate documents. One for the junior big group and one for the junior senior combo group, and there'll be just 1 set of documents for each. To do that now, we just go ahead and click the schedule button and wait. For this size of a round, it's going to run about 2 minutes. Typically, it's about 5 seconds to create the schedule, and about a minute on each division to create the debate documents. And of course, the debate documents take a little time to produce, and the more teams we have, the longer it will take. Let's go ahead and let that finish up while we pause the video here. Notice that when it got done with the schedules, it started making the documents, and when it did that, it automatically switched over from the schedule to the documents so you can watch them be made. This is just showing you the folder for the documents. All right, the big group of juniors is done. Now it's doing the combined group, and it's, as you can see, the name contains the word red, and it also contains the junior and seniors together here. So you can see that down here is part of the way it looks, and then it's showing you that it's making the trees here. Okay, as you can see in the documents folder, we have the set of documents for the blue and the red all complete here. 1 set of 4 documents for each. Notice we have the trees, we have the guides, which are the ones for the judges, and then we have the rooms that shows who's going to be in, who could be in each room, and the schedules, which is a compressed schedule of all the students. At this point, the normal procedure is to put these on a thumb drive and head off and find the printer and print out a bunch of trees and hand those out in the opening for each of the 2 divisions. To do this for the in a little greener way, we're going to show you how to publish without paper. Okay. In order to do that, we're going to take advantage of the fact that Dropbox can be exposed to the world. In other words, if we can make a link to Dropbox, and all we have to do is get that link to the students. And it's actually easier than you think to do that. Let's go ahead and start with the Junior Blue Trees. That's one of the documents we would share in the meeting. And we're going to open up the folder. Can't do it inside Scupper's folder here. We have to go into Windows Explorer. That's kind of necessary. We'll go to the blue trees, and we'll make a copy Dropbox link. You have to have Dropbox installed in order to do this. And now that Dropbox link has been put on the clipboard, we're going to grab a browser. Now this is Chrome, and Chrome we just paste that link into the command bar and hit enter, and we see the documents open up. And so anybody with that link can open the documents. Now the next wrinkle is to go right up here where it says share this page. Click on that and say create QR code. Now I'd like to just take this thing and copy it. I don't see a copy command, but I'm going to make one with a Shift Windows key S. I can just do a screen capture and copy that right there. And we're going to do the blues. This is for the blues. And now I go to my open document, and here you can see the blues. I kind of got them already here. Let's get rid of the old one. We just paste in the new QR code. Make it big so the kids can all see it. And that's all you have to do. And that's how you can publish the trees. Try it with your camera. Just use the camera option on your cell phone. Zoom in a little bit, and it'll recognize that as a QR code, and it'll allow you to open that and look at the schedules. All you would do then is have the kids scroll down and instruct them to find their own number, the number of their team, and look at the trees. Now you can do this early in your presentation, have them looking at the trees while you explain them, and that's maybe an advantage. You could also use this to put a copy of any documentation. If you wanted to put some explaining documentation, you could put that at the end of the PDF, or add a second link here for that. Anything you want to show and have them just look at on their phone, you can do that. Of course, then the kids can, if they're not listening during the presentation, they can look at it later. So if they have that link, so they can take a photo of the screen, a couple of photos of the screen, and just go to the QR codes. Well, I hope this helps. Have fun.